Hello, I'm Arthur. Welcome to my lab. I bought this Bluetooth power amplifier on eBay, and I bought also some nice speakers. I'll show you them in a moment. But to mount this amplifier, I wanted to have a nice box in which it will sit and have some push buttons. So I designed this box and just printed it. I was actually using up the green filament that I had. It was just some extra filament that I wanted to use up. So yeah, funky green enclosure for it. Initially I was going to print it in white, but I had my green filament in the printer already, so might as well use it. So this amp, it has a dual stereo output, has a Bluetooth receiver, line-in jack. It has the play, back, next, volume plus, volume minus buttons, and a power button. And it has a power input. It can output, I believe, I'm actually forgetting which version I bought, but I want to say it's the dual 50-watt output. So a pretty decent amp. And again, you just pair it with your cell phone over Bluetooth, and you can play music through your speakers straight from your cell phone. So actually, let me plug it in real quick. And for now, for testing, I'm just using here 18 volt 5 amp laptop power supply. So plug that in, push the power button, and now I'm actually using my cell phone to, oh, you could hear it powering on through my speakers. I'm using my cell phone to record this video, so I'm gonna pause the recording, turn on some music, and then, or actually let's see if it will actually just start playing, because it should be already paired to my phone. So maybe it will work, and this Bluetooth LED is indicating, I think, that it's already paired. So let's play. Yeah. So now it's playing off of my cell phone, off my playlist. And hopefully this paused the audio, because I think there's some limitations on YouTube as far as what kind of music you can play and for how long. This was a commercial song, Mambo Suave. I'm not sure, I don't remember who's performing it, but a very, very well-known salsa song or mambo song. So anyway, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with this power amp. It performs real nice. There were some comments about not powering this amp to its maximum capacity because you'll run into distortions, audio distortions, but so far at the volumes that I played it at, it was doing just fine. So I'm going to pop it in this enclosure that I printed. And again, as always, STLs for the enclosure will be on my Thingiverse. So you can download this if you have the same amp, and I'll post the link to the amp itself on eBay, so you can reproduce this thing. So I'll pop it in the enclosure and show you how the finished product looks like, and then also record a short section about the speakers. One thing that I forgot to mention about this enclosure is that I actually have little holes here, little openings for light guides. So these are little pieces of light guide that basically hover over the LED and transfer light off of the PCB from the LED to the surface, so you can actually see the status LEDs. And I just bought these on eBay, just a bunch of light guides. I bought two sizes, 1.5 millimeter and 2 millimeter, and they came with these illuminators. This is just an LED with a little enclosure that you can stick your light guide into, but I don't use those. I just cut these to size, and just stick them into the sleeve here. And I actually cut them a little too long, so now I need to trim them down to the actual size, just like that. And that should be good enough to actually transmit the light from the LED on the PCB to the outside, so it is visible, clearly visible on the enclosure. Getting this PCB placed is a little bit tricky because you have wires here on this side pushing on the PCB, and also the auxiliary jack on the other side. But with some wiggling you can get it in place, close the enclosure, and put the screws in, just like that. And now, before I complete the assembly, let me actually power it on and see how the LEDs work. I haven't tested that part. I'm not sure if I have the alignment correctly. So plug in the power, push on the power button, nice. And here we should see some light. There we go. Beautiful. So light guides work just fine. Alright. Can't play music. Don't want to make YouTube angry. Alright, so here's the box for the speakers that I'm using. Dayton Audio, 6.5-inch two-way bookshelf speaker. And here's the speaker itself. That's the front. Let's pop the cover open. So it's a nice looking bookshelf speaker. I like it. And the back, actually I'll put the cover back on. Don't want to push on the speakers, on the membranes. So the back, your usual stuff, bracket to hang this speaker on the wall, connectors for audio, and the label with some data if the camera focuses. Here we go. So model B652, recommended amplifier power 5 to 40 watts. I have 50 watts, so a little too much, but I'm not gonna crank this amp all the way up. 6 ohm impedance and frequency response 70 Hertz to 20 kilohertz. Kinda not too great on the lower end. 70 Hertz is kind of high, but it'll do. It actually sounds nice. I played some music through these speakers and I was quite satisfied, and certainly they are much better than my really old computer speakers, which is what I've been using so far. So huge improvement.